Should be live. I'm gonna check the screen real quick though. Make sure we rolling. Yep, we in there, brother.
We live.
Shalom, shalom.
Shalom, shalom.
All right, we the brothers here. I'm Atazawan from Great Millstone, Atlanta. I have the priest lawyer, the head of Miami, here with us today for a live stream in the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Of course, before we get started, we want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh.
Yahweh Bashim, Yahweh Shai, Bashim Rakakwadash.
That's right, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Peace, salutations, and much love to the elect of Israel, scattered around the four corners of the earth, that's given all diligence to make their calling of election sure. Shalom to you and your families. All right. In this video, we're going to be speaking on Jacob's trouble will be shortened for the elect's sake. And, as we read Zechariah the 13th chapter about 2/3. We read Jeremiah the 30th chapter in the 7th verse, going into the trouble of Jacob, which consists of the Negroes, Hispanics, Native and Seminole Indians. The Lord is going to bring hell on the tribes, man. Primarily 2/3. And that trial period is going to test the faith of the elect of Israel. And that trial period is going to be a short trial. It's going to be a short trial that the Lord has set up for prophecy's sake to be fulfilled. And in that short period, the elect of Israel is going to be solidified for the salvation. So the Jacob's trouble is not going to last for 7 and 8 years, man. Lord willing.
Nah.
But Jacob's trouble is not going to be a situation where it's prolonged, because remember the scripture says Satan have a little time, a little season. He was let loose for a little season to deceive the nations. So that trouble that Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to create using the left-hand side is only going to be to punish the 2/3 and to solidify the salvation of the elect. All right. Lord, you wanted to speak on anything to bring out a precept?
I remember what we were talking about earlier. The hour of temptation. I think that'll be a good precept to open with.
Okay, Khan. As a matter of fact, I'll get it. This is Revelation chapter 3 and verse 10. It says, "Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the earth, or shall I come upon all the world, to try them that dwell upon the earth." And that hour of temptation is when that RFID microchip is going to be fully implemented. It's going to be made mandatory. You're going to need the RFID microchip in order to, thrive in this society, so to speak. And if you don't have that microchip, you can face temptation to take it. If you're not rooted in Yahweh Bashim Shai, that temptation will be strong and you will go take that chip if you lack faith. And it says an hour of temptation. Right. And when you go into that word hour, which I'll get, just to bring out the edification of it, that word hour is going into an instance or a particular season. Okay. So this is the word hour in the I think this is Greek.
Strong's G 5610 hora.
All right, it says hora, and it says hour, season, time, a certain definite time or season fixed by natural law and returning with the revolving year of the seasons of the year: spring, summer, autumn, winter. The daytime bounded by the rising and setting of the sun, a day. But I want to go down to the Strong's definition, and it says an hour, literally or figuratively, day, hour, instant, season, short. See, it says short, eventide. So that hour is symbolic of a short period of time that's going to tempt the planet Earth. And they say it's gonna come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. And the elect is going to try the hour of temptation, is going to try the elect also. But the elect is going to actually make it through, because the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to shorten the days. Okay.
That's right. That's right. Con. I got a quick precept, to help further that point about the hour, because as I was looking into it myself, and in the Greek, it says a definite time, a point of time, and a moment. Okay, so this is not it's describing a time period that's not supposed to be prolonged. Okay, now when you go to the book of Sirach, chapter 18, verse 26, it says, from the morning until the evening, the time is changed, and all things are soon done before the Lord. All things are soon done before the Lord. So that includes the hour of temptation, that includes Jacob's trouble. Okay, it doesn't take that long in the eyes of the Lord, in the eyes of the Lord. He does things quickly. Okay, you know.
Yeah, you got it.
So that's a precept I have for that.
All right, Khan. Hey, that's right.
Yeah.
And that's the mercy of Yahweh Bashim Shai, him shortening the days, because matter of fact, I'm gonna get that precept. This is Matthew chapter 24 and verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulation, which Salakia, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be." So the times that we're going into, Akim, is going to be the worst time that the earth has ever seen. And we talking about worse than the bubonic plague or the great Chinese famine. Is going to be worse than slavery. It's going to be worse. It's going to surpass any time of tribulation that ever came upon the earth. And we're going right into it, man. All right. So continuing on, it says, verse 22, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved." So Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to actually shorten the days. Now, how is the Lord going to shorten the days? Is he going to take away from the 24-hour time scale? No, that's not how he's going to do it. It's basically, look at it now. We halfway through the year of Karagma. And that seemed like it was like 2 months ago. So the Lord is he's overtime. He can make 6 months feel like 2 months. Now the time scale as far as the earth is not going to be taken out of course. The sun is going to rise at its appointed time. The cycle of the moon is going to shine. It's going to wax, it's going to wane. You're going to have the new moons, the full moons. You're going to have the risings and the settings. But the way that the Lord is going to make the time feel is going to feel like a short period of time, And the reasoning why he's going to do that is to save the remnant, the elect. All right. So really, man, brothers that's striving for the mastery and brothers that's, locking in the spirit, trimming and purging, stepping up, in the time of Jacob's trouble, really, you shouldn't have anything to worry about. Because your confidence should be locked into Yahweh Bashim Shai, understanding that the days are going to be shortened. That's why the scriptures say, look up for your redemption draweth nigh. When that time of Jacob's trouble come and we in the thick of things, when this thing is really popping off, hey, we got to keep our head to the sky, man. At any moment, Yahweh Bashim Shai could come back. And he's going to do so, and that's going to show forth his mercy when he shortened those days. All right? And I'm going to continue on. It says, "There should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." And the reason why the Lord is going to shorten those days is for the elect. Those precious jewels of Yahweh Bashim Shai. Those spirits that were predestined from the beginning of time to be saved in these latter times. That's why the Lord is going to shorten the days. So like we said, when this thing kick off, man, this thing ain't going to be going on for 3 years, 4 years. It's going to be quick, man. It's going to feel quick. You wanted to speak on anything, bro?
No, I just got another precept, man. It says in Luke chapter 18, verse 7, it says, "And shall not the Most High avenge his own elect, which cry day and night unto him, though he bear long with them? I tell you that he will avenge them speedily. Nevertheless, when the Son of Man cometh, shall he find faith on earth?" Okay, so that pretty much goes into the main topic of the lesson, man. The Lord said that He's going to avenge His elect speedily, but what is He looking for in that time? For faith. Okay, so what we have to do when Jacob's trouble come is endure. Okay, knowing that it's not going to last very long. That's why the Lord told His disciples this parable. Okay, to speedily avenge you
That's right.
and deliver his elect. That's the point. Because really, Jacob's trouble, when Jacob's trouble comes and the hour of temptation comes, it's coming for the wicked. Okay, it's not coming for the righteous. All right, like for example, matter of fact, let me get if I can find that there's a precept in Sirach where it says all these things were created for the wicked. Okay, um, Sirach chapter 40 and 9, it says these things. Well, matter of fact, yeah, verse 9 it says, and death and bloodshed, strife and sword, calamities, famine, tribulation, and the scourge. These things are created for the wicked, and for their sake came the flood. Okay, so when the Lord brought the flood upon the earth, okay, during the time of Noah, all right, He had Noah build the ark, okay, with his sons, and they were spared. All right, when the Lord brought the flood, Noah was out there prophesying, letting people know that the flood was coming, okay, and they did not believe. But when that flood came, all right, they were all taken away, man. They were all overthrown in a moment, man.
That's right.
Okay, and that's how it's happening in these times, man. Jacob's trouble going to come out, the hour of temptation is going to come, and a lot of people are going to die very, 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 very quickly, man. But
That's
the Lord
right.
is going to spare His elect.
Hey, that's right, bro. And that's going to ultimately show the power of Yahweh Bashim Shai. That's why it says, Babylon, Babylon, thou hast fallen, thou hast fallen, you know, and become a cage of every foul bird, you know. So this great establishment that took that took centuries to get to where it's at now is really going to be destroyed in an hour, man. Like the scriptures say, you know. Because see, this war that's going to be fought, this third world's war that's going to be fought, it's going to be unlike any other war that ever took place on the planet Earth, because it's going to be a nuclear war. You know, once these other countries like Iran, Russia, Russian allies like India, China get involved in this third world's war, they're not going to be sending just troops over to America. No. They're going to launch nuclear missiles from home base onto America, and it's going to be a quick, speedy riddance, man. You know, hey, I remember, bro. I remember first coming into the truth. You know, first waking up. That was 10 years ago, and it feels like yesterday, really, man, that I first heard the truth. So look how fast the Lord took a 10-year time span, man. So imagine now, you know, the times that we're living in, going right into Jacob's trouble, man, the Lord is going to speed that thing up, man, because He's going to have brothers and their families and the elect. He's going to have them in mind, understanding that if He doesn't shorten the days, then the elect is going to have to suffer death and destruction. And that's not according to prophecy, you know. And I got a quick precept to add. This is Romans chapter 9, verse 27. It says, Isaiah also crieth concerning Israel, though the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, a remnant shall be saved. For He will finish the work and cut it short in righteousness, because a short work will the Lord make upon the earth. All right. So the scriptures say a short work will the Lord make upon the earth, man. So He's not about to go tit for tat with these nations, man. It tells you that in Isaiah, the 34th chapter. The Lord said, the indignation is upon all nations. You know, the Lord not about to go tit for tat, bullet for bullet with fucking you Americans or you goddamn you Russians. He gonna go ahead and get the ball rolling, man.
That's right. That's right.
Yahweh Shai want His kingdom. Yahweh Shai waiting for His kingdom, man. He's not about to go through a whole 20-year war with you devils again, man. You know, this final third world's war is going to be quick, man. Jacob's trouble is going to be quick, man. You know, like the elder Yashawamba, he always make mention. He said, before we know it, we're going to look up and we're going to see the chariots. That's how quick it's going to be, man. Before we know it, hey, we you know, Lord willing, if we be of that number, which we hope and pray, you know, but Lord willing, you know, before we know it, bro, we're gonna look up and we're gonna see the chariot. We're gonna see Yahweh Shah coming. You know,
Right.
we'll be changed in the twinkling of an eye that fast. It's over. You know, so we got to keep our heads up high, man. We can't let the pressures of America, you know, press our spirit down, man. You know, we got to remember that all of this thing is building up for the Lord Yahweh Bashim Shah to show his power through saving the elect. Okay?
That's right.
That's right, bro. You know, you got it, bro.
Right. Khan, brother, that was your part, man. Because the scriptures say, Yahweh Shai told his disciples, man, when you see these things begin to come to pass, even in the beginning stages of it, you know that your redemption draweth nigh. Yep. Lift up your heads. Mm-hmm. Look up. Your redemption draweth nigh, man. So you can't be in that down and out spirit, man. You seeing all these judgments coming, Jacob's trouble coming, World War III coming. Be elated, because that is a sign of our salvation, man. The Lord has proven his words to come to be true. Okay, the Lord is proving his words to be true, man. That's all right. And I mean, if the Lord is going to bring the evils, and the Lord said he's going to bring the evils, and we seeing them play out day to day, you know, day after day, you seeing articles, you seeing headlines. Okay, you hearing about this catastrophe, that catastrophe, this going on, that going on in the world. Okay, and the Lord has given us the eyesight to be aware of these things, to see it, and to rightfully divide the word of truth, man. Mm-hmm. Okay, by his spirit, man, you got to know that, man, the Lord's coming back to save us, man. Lord, all we have to do is endure faith, man.
Hey, and we got to hang on. We got to hold on to that faith, bro. You know what I'm saying? We got to hold on. We got to hang on to that faith to the very last minute, man. You know, and at that very last moment, Yahweh Bashim Shai is going to make that grand appearance. And it's going to be quick, man. It's going to be quick. Hey, like Elder Yashawamba said, hey, Shalom, Elder, hey, Yahweh Bashim Shai Bashim Kakadash Brakada. Like you said, hey, right hand knockout, first round, man. You know, quick, man. Mm-hmm. You know, right to the kisser, man. She's done. You know, then the establishment of righteousness will reign forever, man. So just imagine just being persecuted and going through a low moment just for a minute, and that's going to equate to eternal life and everlasting rulership, man. You know, that's why this truth got to be motivating, man. It got to be in your spirit. It got to be churning through you day and night, man. You got to believe this, man. You know, the Lord's gonna take us through it, but that's our power. I wouldn't rather have it no other way, man. You know, I wouldn't rather have it no other way, because that's the perfect will of the Father. And he want to test us. He want to try us out. He want to prove us worthy. He want to purge us and clean us up. So, hey, if that's what we got to do to get to the kingdom of heaven, hey, I'm fine with it. But just knowing, when we go through this time of trouble and temptation and tribulation, we got to know that it is in a split second, the missile's gonna be launched, man. We got to know, like, when we in the thick of things, like any day, the missiles is coming. When we hit that trumpet, it's a wrap. It's over. It's over.
It's done.
No more work badges. No more, you know, alarm clocks. You know, none of that, man. It's done. It's a wrap. So the days are going to be shortened, Akim. We got to have that mindset when we going into Jacob's trouble. That it's just a short moment. It's going to test my faith. It's going to test my love for Yahweh Bashim Shai. I have works to fall back on. You know, I got to trust in the Lord. I got to believe that he's not going to leave me hanging, and go through that short moment, man. You know, that short moment, you know, and I got something real quick. This is Isaiah chapter 26 and verse 20. It says, "Come, my people, enter thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation be overpast." Okay, so the Lord said, come into his chambers. And what is the Lord's chambers? His name. Okay, we got to hide ourselves in the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai, meaning during the time of Jacob's trouble, we're supposed to be consistently praying on a daily basis. You know, always sending up a supplication, man, a request to get you and guide you through that moment, that terrible moment. And hide yourself in the name of Yahweh Bashim Shai. And it say, for a little moment, until the indignation be overpassed. So it's just a little moment, man. You know, now we understand the mind of Yahweh Bashim Shai is way greater than what we can perceive. So one day is as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is as one day. But Yahweh Shai even understands that we know that's how he measured time. So he's going to have favor on the elect by making it feel short to us.
Mm-hmm.
So it's really going to be like a split second to him. But it might be a couple of months, might be a year. But it's going to be like a split second to him. You know?
Right.
Until the be overpassed. You got it, bro.
Yeah, man. And really, I mean, a year, 2 years, it's not really a long time. However the span of time is, it's really not a long time in the sight of the Lord. And like you were going into earlier, the Most High controls man's perception of time. Okay, so for however long it is, it says the day's going to be shortened for the elect. So for us, it's not going to, Lord, when we be part of that elect, it's not going to be perceived as being very long. That's why the Lord says, just hide thyself for a little moment.
That's right, bro. That's right.
I got a precept in this is Isaiah chapter 59, verse 19. It says, so shall they fear the name of the Lord from the west, and his glory from the rising of the sun. When the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. And the Redeemer shall come to Zion, and unto them that turn from transgression in Jacob, saith the Lord. Okay, so it says, when the enemy shall come in like a flood, the Spirit of the Lord shall lift up a standard against him. So when the enemy comes in like a flood, the Lord gonna lift up the standard.
That's right.
Okay, that's what it says. Like when I was thinking about it, when we were on the coast of the Red Sea, and the Egyptians followed us with their chariots, thinking that they were gonna capture us and bring us back to Egypt as their slaves. The Lord immediately had Moses, through the Spirit and Prophet Yahweh Shai, the Red Sea was open, man. Okay, right when they were at our heels, the Lord performed a great miracle to deliver us, man. Okay, right out of their hands, right out of their clutches, man. Okay, so that's the same way it's gonna happen in this time. When the enemy shall come in like a flood and Jacob's trouble gonna happen, the Lord gonna live up that standard immediately, man.
That's
okay,
right.
I mean the miracles that we're gonna see the Lord perform in these latter days, Akim. I mean, it's gonna totally blow our minds. Like, this is gonna be unheard of.
Yeah. Hey, and I always, hey, bro, you're right. And I always meditate on greater things, like what's left. Like, man, you could raise the dead. Like, what else can you do? And the Lord said greater things. Man, the Lord is going to perform certain things in these times coming that's going to literally shock the planet Earth, man.
That's right.
It's going to shock the planet Earth, and it's going to be a great awakening. And that great awakening, man, you know what comes with a great awakening? A great persecution. The Lord is still going to control that persecution and shorten it up, man. Just so those faithful men, women, and children can make it and receive the grace and the salvation of Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. It's going to be a beautiful time, man. That's going to be a beautiful. I hope and pray that I'm able to partake in that, man. That wedding, being joined to Yahweh Bashim Shai for eternity, and having all of these metals and shit taken out of your spirit, is these fumes, that you breathing in on a daily basis, just being pure, just a pure energy, no blockage in your pineal gland, man. Everything is just pure and righteous. That's the most beautiful thing that you can ever accomplish, man. And we just got a little moment to prove it to the Lord, man. And it's close, man. It's real close. If I could grab another quick one, bro. Were you finished with the precept yet?
Oh yeah, I'm done, bro.
All right, Khan. This is Revelation chapter 22 and verse 20. It says, He which testify of these things saith, surely I come quickly. Aman, even so come the Lord Yahweh Shai. All right. So our power is going to come quickly, man. He's going to come. Hey, if you see your child in trouble, what you're going to do? You're going to come to his rescue fast, man. You're not going to postpone it. You're not going you know, oh, wait a minute, or drag your feet. You're gonna rush to save your child, man. Because he's in danger. And that's how Yahweh Shema Shah looks at the elect, you know. When Esau really try to put that, because the scriptures say, when he shall fill his belly. So Esau is going to come with some type of satanic device that could damn near almost knock us out the game if the Lord don't come back. And that's the missiles, man. You know, Esau launched the missiles, man. We're going to need Yahweh Shema Shah to come back and save us at that very moment. Because spiritual powers ain't going to get you away from the missiles. You know, it'll get us away from a lot of things, but it ain't going to get you away from the missiles. You got to be in a whole nother dimension, pretty much a whole nother layer of the earth. You got to be outside of the realm of the earth, man. You know, that's why the Lord said it was like a sea of glass in the book of Revelation. You know, so the times that we're coming into, man, we're going to behold wonderful things. You know, we're going to behold things that's just out of the normal perception of man. You know, we're going to see miracles. We're going to see angels. We're going to see wars. We're going to see dead bodies. We're going to see spiritual power. We're going to be able to split lakes like Moses and Elijah did. You know, we'll be able to split lakes, you know, fly. You're going to see brothers flying. You're going to see all kind of just phenomenal acts of the Heavenly Father, man. You know, and in the midst of it, the Lord is going to shorten it and break that time span down so that he could show his power, you know? You had something, bro?
Con. No, I was just listening, bro. I'm just meditating and letting it all, you know, sink in. It's a lot, bro.
No, it's all good. If you got a precept, you know, you can bring it out, bro.
For sure, man. I got this in Second Esdras. You know, just going further into the point, or to help highlight the point further. Second Esdras chapter 16 and 22. It says, for many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of the famine, and other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy, and the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down. So it says the dead shall be cast out as dung, man. Okay, that means that a lot of people are gonna die, man. All right, verse 24 it says there shall be no man left to till the earth and to sow it.
Mm-hmm.
The tree shall give fruit, and who shall gather them? The grapes shall ripe, and who shall tread them?
Yeah, it's going
all
to be
places shall be desolate.
That's right, bro. It's going to be a scarcity of people in that time, man. You know, like the scriptures say, a man shall desire to see another man. You know, so the things that we take for granted now, just having a simple conversation with a brother,
Mm-hmm.
you know, you're going to desire and want to have a conversation with a person because nobody's going to be around. You know, the grapes are going to grow and you're not going to have anybody to pick a cluster of grapes. You know, all the paths, you know, like you got the path that go through like woods, and the paths going to be dried up. You're going to have shrubs growing in the pathways because nobody's going to walk them paths.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that's how scarce that the human life is going to be in that time, man. You know, it's going to be cold, man. You know, it's going to be a cold, short work that Yahweh Shema Shah is going to perform, man. And that's why doing these works, that's why the apostles been pushing us to do the work and remain faithful, be consistent. So when that time we won't be overtaken by that shit, man. You know, all up in Jacob's trouble, crying, snot bubbles popping out your nose, weak, knees getting weak, you fainting, you passing out, you're in the microchip line. You know, hey, you gotta be built up. This is the time to build up. Hey, all these big niggas with muscles popping out they goddamn bones, you know, muscles in their damn eyes. They're gonna be the first nigga in the microchip line, man. You know, you got the Dr. Evil with the clipboard gonna be taking down all his information, get ready to chip the hell out of his ass, man. You don't want to be that brother, man. You know, you don't want to be that brother that's getting microchip, man. All right. You have something, bro?
Nah, just thinking about that precept, man. It says of one man shall desire to see another, and to hear his voice, and of a city shall there be 10 left. You know, and there are millions, hundreds of thousands, and millions of people that lived in, you know, the majority of these metropolitan areas,
Yeah,
man. And there are billions of people who live on Earth, man. You know how many people have to die quickly to make that happen, man?
man.
That has to be a short period of time. It's gonna be pestilences like we ain't never seen before, disasters like we ain't never seen before, people getting drafted, people getting caught up in these concentration camps. You know, Esau using his technology to wipe millions of people out. You know,
Mhm.
thousands, hundreds of thousands of people out, man. That's the judgment of the Lord, man. Okay,
That's
it's
right.
gonna have to happen quick, man.
Yep. You got this person just popped up on the comment board talking about sounds like a conspiracy theory. Hey, well, I tell you what, keep living, man. All right, you're gonna witness the worst time the planet Earth has ever seen, and it's gonna be done by the hands of the so-called white race, which are the Edomites. All right, so keep living, and you'll see if it's a conspiracy theory or not. You know, everything is a game, everything is a joke to these Americans, man. Everything is just all about playing. You know, just keep living. You know, keep living, keep waking up, being vain as hell. You know, and one day your whole world is gonna change. All right. This is an agenda that's been set up and passed down from the forefathers of the Edomites, man. All right. So this thing is no joke, man. You know, this like the brother Oz just posted on the comment board, Romans 3:3. For what if some did not believe? Shall it make the faith of the Most High without effect? I say nay. Okay. So just because you have you naysayers that come on the comment board talking about conspiracy, that's just a cop out to be a nigga, man. That's all it is, you know. Conspiracy that you know, just no conspiracy theory on everything, you know, so that you can continue to be vain in your day to day, man. Hey, well, hey, we don't care. He said all the views we get are from the FBI. We know Esau watching us, but it don't matter. All right, we working up a standard, man. All right, we working up a standard right now, man. We building up, you know, lifelines in the spirit. So if the FBI do want to crack down on brothers, we got a standard. A holy angel could come right out the sky and deal with that situation, man. So we ain't worried, man. We doing what we got to do for our Father, so we can escape the hands of the enemy, man. All right. So you just keep waking up and being plain every single day. You know, getting on social media. You know, setting up worldly goals and failing at it. And you're gonna have the laborers in the field gathering the fruit of Hamashiach so that he can make his return and gather his sheep, man. All right. The Most High ain't playing. I'm gonna get a couple precepts out the comments. This is from the elder from GMS Vegas sit down, the elder Karatazah, if I'm not mistaken. Second Ezra 15 in verse 3. It says, "Fear not the imaginations against thee. Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee." So we don't let the faithless, you know, imbeciles trouble our spirit. You can't, there's nothing that nobody can say that can sway the elect, man. All right. There's nothing that anybody can do to throw the elect off the path that they walk in, man. All right. And that's that, you know, because you're going to have a lot of these naysayers in the time of Jacob's trouble that's going to be trying to come at the faithful brothers too, man. You know, all scared and shook, crying. They're talking about we gonna die. Brothers ain't gonna be hearing that shit, man. You know, excuse my language, but you know the spirit is heightened right now, man. You know, Yahweh Bashem Awashai has things lined up in the future that's going to be accomplished, man. Regardless of how you feel and what you believe in, man. There's going to be things that's going to happen on the planet Earth that's going to directly affect you American citizens in ways that you never thought imaginable, man. All right. Continuing on in that precept, it says, "Let not the incredulity of them trouble thee that speak against thee, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness." And this is the inspired word of who the world ignorantly calls God and Jesus Christ. He said all the unfaithful are going to die in their unfaithfulness. Now is there anything in the scriptures written aforetime that didn't come to pass? Name one thing, one prophecy that was written that didn't come to pass. Everything that was written before was accomplished in its appointed time, all the way up until now.
That's right.
All the way up until now, we're seeing the stages of the rest of the prophecies ready to unfold right before our eyes. So you can say whatever you want to say, man. Okay. That was
right,
it.
Right.
Got anything, lawyer? Oh, Salaki, he got one more verse. I didn't see it. Salaki. This is verse 5. It says, "Behold, saith the Lord, I will bring plagues upon the world, the sword, famine, death, and destruction." Now, ask yourself this question: has this happened before? Absolutely. Absolutely. There's been plagues on the earth. There's been disease. There's been wars. There's been tsunamis. There's been hurricanes that wiped out cities. There's been, you had the bubonic plague, the Black Death wiped out 2/3 of the population, man. You had the Great Chinese Famine. You had famines that killed millions of people, man. All right. So what makes you think in for one, vain moment that this can't possibly happen again? All right. You people are lost.
That's because they don't die.
You got
They
it.
don't believe in the Heavenly Father. That's why.
Yep.
They don't believe in the power of the Lord. That's the only reason, man.
Yep.
The reason why is they don't believe in Yahweh Shem Yahushua. When you talk about things like this, okay, their problem is that they don't believe and trust in the power of the Heavenly Father, man. These was the same people during the days of Noah when Noah was prophesying did not want to listen, and they got their ass drowned.
Yep.
They thought they could swim, and they found out, they couldn't swim that well. That's just how it works with them. There are certain people who are allotted to believe and certain people who are not. And the people who are not, the Lord's going to destroy them, man. This is not a conspiracy theory. This is Bible prophecy, man. The same Bible that prophesied about Alexander the Great taking down the Persians is the same Bible that prophesies these things going to happen, okay? And the prophecies in Daniel and all the other chapters in the Bible that came to pass, okay, were prophesied hundreds, even thousands of years before they took place, man. Okay, it's divine intervention at work when we bringing out these prophecies, man. It's not a conspiracy theory. This is the word of the Heavenly Father, man. If you don't take heed, you are going to die. Okay, you're going to be one of the ones that's caught up in the famines and the plagues and the pestilences, man. That's why the Lord said, don't fear the incredulity of them. Okay, don't be troubled by their incredulity, for all the unfaithful shall die in their unfaithfulness. They're people like that just talking. Okay, they're just trying to talk themselves out of fear of the Lord.
That's it, and that's why the scriptures say in Isaiah, I think it's 40, chapter 40 or either 42, they say, "Who do you sport yourselves against, or who do you make a wide mouth against, man?" Hey, keep it up, man. Hey, the Jacob's trouble gonna be shortened for the elect, but it's gonna feel like 1,000,000 years for the wicked, man. Because the Lord is the master of time. It's gonna feel like a short moment for the elect, but for the wicked, man, this is gonna feel like an eternity. Because the Lord is a master of time. He can slow down time. Hey, it's an account in the book of Joshua where the Lord kept the sun up for like 2 full days. So the Lord can do whatever he want to do. So we don't worry about the faithless, man. We don't worry about, now we do check you. We get down on you people because you vain as hell, man. You vain as hell. But at the end of the day, we don't let you damn people worry us, man. A lot of us, we better people than you any goddamn way. You probably this nigga in the basement, sleeping behind the hot water heater. This a nigga, man. Eating noodles. We didn't worry about you demons out here, man. Like the priest just said. He said, man, this ain't no conspiracy theory, man. This is Bible prophecy. You got some crack. Ain't a lot of you people that be on the comment board talking shit. You really crackheads. You really be on a lot of drugs and methamphetamines, and you be on pills. Weed heads. So why would we let you bother us, man? We looking to be preserved in the time of Jacob's trouble, man. We We looking to be spared. We looking for the Lord to have mercy.
Right.
We're not worried about the faithless, man. You know, like the elder beautifully put that precept. And if I may, I could grab a quick precept if you didn't have anything, lawyer.
No, I ain't got nothing right now.
Okay, Khan. This is Isaiah chapter 1, verse 9. It says, except the Lord of hosts had left unto us a very small remnant, we should have been as Sodom, and we should have been like unto Gomorrah. You know, so the Lord always preserved men during evil times. He always made a sanctification between the wicked and the righteous. Even with Yahushua, Yahushua is the head remnant. He's the first member of the elect. You know, he's the top. He's on the top seat. He's the first remnant, man. You know, and then you have the 144,000 that come under the governing rule of Yahweh Shema. And the Lord is going to preserve those men and their families. And you have a 1/3 of the population of the Israelites in America that's going to be saved. Not to mention, the Lord is going to save multiple Israelites throughout the planet Earth. So we talking about a lot of people that's going to be, you know, redeemed out of here, man. You know, of course it's going to be the least number or the less number of the population, but yet and still, it tells you in Jeremiah, the 31st chapter, that he's going to save Jerusalem with a great company. You know, so who cares about the faithless, man? We got brothers waking up out of this bullshit, man. You know, we got.
That's right. That's right. You know, that's the sign.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sign, man.
Yeah, go ahead. You got it.
Khan, man. I was just saying, you know, that's the sign that that the Lord is going to deliver us, man. Okay, the Lord, you know, putting the Spirit upon us and you know, having us wake up in these latter days is the sign that He's going to deliver us out of our captivity, man, out of the lands where He dispersed us, man. Okay, It talks about that in Ezekiel 37. All right. And also alluded to in Revelation, the Lord put the Spirit upon us. Okay, we stood an exceeding great army, a spiritual army. Okay, and in Ezekiel 37, right in that chapter, it talks about how the Lord's gonna, you know, save Judah and Ephraim from the lands where he had scattered them, man. Okay, so the fact that we have received this Spirit, man, and we've been spiritually raised from the dead is a sign and sure proof that the Lord is going to deliver us out of captivity. Okay, He's going to deliver us from this dead and evil world. Okay, while everybody else is going to be destroyed.
Yep.
Okay, or the ones who survive, if they be heathens, they're going into slavery.
Yeah. Hey, and if you make it through all that trials and tribulations, and you make it to the missiles, you a top demon. You know, because the Lord could have took you out with a pestilence, a famine, a bullet. You know, He could have did all kind of stuff, but He allowed you to make it to a missile, and you a top nigga, man. You know. And a lot of you guys that know that you Israelites, you know, you're gonna eat a missile. A lot of you guys that left the faith, you took your hand off the plow, you went back into the world knowing the perfect will of the Father. You broke off from great millstone camps and stopped doing the work, started being scoffers, you know, breaking down the scriptures wrong. The Lord got it set up in the spirit where a lot of you gonna taste the missiles, man. You know, because of your lack of faith. So we don't let the faithless, you know, deter our belief, man. We wholeheartedly believe in this thing, and we hope and pray that the Lord keep us rooted and we can continue to believe all the way throughout the course, man. Because we understand that it's going to be a great reward for those that wait, man. You know, hey, the brother Rochers he's zapping the hell out of that demon, man, on the comment board, man. You know, hey, like the elder said, he said this guy gonna start plucking off his eyelashes when the internet gets shut down. Yeah, that's right, man. Hey, because he ain't gonna have it ain't gonna be no more fun and games, man. You know, the World Wide Web is a place of vanity.
Right. It's all fun and games until the draft comes.
You know, what'd you say, bro?
No, I said it's all gonna be fun and games until the draft comes.
Right. Yeah,
it's all fun and games until shit hit the fan.
Hey, that's right. Yeah, they're gonna be shipping you little niggas over to the Middle East and the heat of things, man. You little niggas don't even know how to load a gun, man. You know, so keep it up, man. Keep it up. Hey, the more you sealing your destruction, man. The Lord gonna stop playing games with you people on the planet Earth, man. You know, He gonna start. He gonna bring it. He gonna bring it to you, man. And he gonna bring it to you proper. You know, he gonna bring it. He gonna step to you correct, man. You know. So yeah, man. You know that was. I grab a couple of more off the comment board. Sirach. This is from Ash GMS Ash lawyer. Sirach 11:29. It says the affliction of an hour maketh the man forget pleasure, and in his end his deed shall be discovered. You know. So yeah, man. You guys, man. You guys that's playing around with this thing, man. You guys that's not taking the Lord serious. Hey, it's guaranteed before it's all said and done, the planet Earth is gonna take Yahweh Shema Shai serious, man. Okay? If they don't want to get with the program now, eventually through death by pain, they gonna get with the program. You know, the Lord is tired of being disrespected.
That's right.
By demons, man. The Lord is tired of being belittled. He's tired of not being acknowledged, and he's gonna make his acknowledgement at the expense of torturing and tormenting you damn demons, man. You know, that's how he gonna get his respect since everything's in the game. You know, since you could upload a vain ass comment on different platforms about nothing, you're gonna realize who the Heavenly Father is, and you're gonna learn to respect his name because you're gonna die a grievous death. Okay. So continuing on, from GMS Vegas sit downs again, Hosea 5:15. It says, I will go and return to my place till they acknowledge their offense and seek my face. In their affliction, they will seek me early. And that's why you see brothers, man. Hey, brothers came into this thing at a majority of brothers, should I say, came into this thing at a fairly young age. You know, in their late teens, you know, early 20s, you know, late 20s, 30s. That's pretty young, man. You know, because why? Because we had an affection and affinity for Yahweh Shema Shai and his word. And it was in us from the time that we were born, man. But the Lord just had to spark that seed and through the spirit of faith and get us going, man. But for the rest of you, this truth that's falling on dead ears, the Lord don't want you, man. He's going to use you as an example of what not to be. Crash dummies, man. All right? That's what the unfaithful are. Crash dummies. Examples. You're just examples to the world.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Yeah, the unfaithful are the extras in the movie. You know, one of those disaster movies. And you got that one hero or that group of heroes that make it out to the end of the movie. The extras are the people, all the people who die in the movie.
Yep. Yep.
All the people who die in the movie, the unfaithful, that's who they are. You know, an earthquake happens and they get swallowed up in the ground, but somehow that one character makes it out. That's the elect.
Yeah.
All right. The extras in the movie are the unfaithful who got caught up in the sauce and the building dropped on them.
Hey,
and then a dragon came in and burnt their ass alive.
Hey, notice you don't feel no certain type of way when you see an extra die. Nigga, you can't see the nigga face. You just see a nigga getting fucking destroyed, man. You know? You can't see the facial structure. You don't know what's his name. You just like, oh, whatever. That's just a nigga. Well, that's like the 2/3 in you other nations. All right? We ain't gonna have no mercy and or cry. Yeah. You see all this destruction taking place out here, man. You know, because you was never anything to begin with, man. You know. Yeah. So yeah, man. You know that was pretty much all we had in the spirit. You know, where brothers just hang on to your faith and just know that Yahweh Shema Shai is going to shorten the days. You know, so that the elect will have a chance at salvation. You know, the Lord is merciful, and He's gotten us this far. You know, He's purging us. He's taking us through our trials and tribulations, and we're being made more perfect day to day. So we got to believe that in the time of Jacob's trouble, the Lord is going to have favor on us, Lord willing, if we continue, and He's going to shorten up them days so we can make it through, man. So our hopes and our prayers and our desires is that the elect shall be saved and that we endure to the end. You know, so keep enduring your afflictions. Keep teaching brothers, keep uplifting, keep comforting, keep praying. You know, whatever you can do better tomorrow, be better, man. You know, it's only up from here, man. It's only up, baby. You know, you had anything,
right.
Lawyer?
Khan. I did have this one last precept. It's in Isaiah chapter 66 and verse 7. It says, before and the she is talking about Israel, all right, the elect, okay. Before she travailed, she brought forth, and before her pain came, she was delivered of a man child. Who hath heard such a thing? Who hath seen such things? Shall the earth be made to bring forth in one day, or shall a nation be born at once? For as soon as Zion travailed, she brought forth her children. Shall I bring to the birth and not cause to bring forth, saith the Lord? Shall I cause to bring forth and shut up the womb, saith thy God? Okay, so this is an analogy that the Lord is making of Jacob's trouble to a woman in travail. Okay, and when a woman is in travail, she goes into the labor pains. The labor pains happen, but they don't last for very long. Okay, the labor pains come. All right, she has to push eventually.
Yep.
Eventually, you had the dilations, and then she pushes the baby out. Man, that's how it's gonna be with Jacob's trouble. The labor pains shall come. All right, the Jacob's trouble gonna come. The scriptures talk about how a man shall hold upon his loins like a woman in travail, and all
Yep.
faces are turned into paleness.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, alas, that day is great, so that none is like it. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble, but he shall be saved out of it, just like a woman in travail. Okay, right. So that's what's gonna happen for the elect, man. All right, that's gonna happen for the elect of the nation of Israel. We're gonna have to go through Jacob's trouble. All right, it's gonna be like a woman in travail. The labor pains gonna come, and the Lord's gonna deliver us from captivity. He's gonna deliver us out of Jacob's trouble, man. And we ain't gonna have to be, down here anymore in captivity, serving these nations. Okay, none shall make us afraid.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and the Lord's gonna deliver us into the chariots. Lord willing, we be part of that elect, man.
That's right.
All right, that's the faith that we got to have, man. We got to have in the midst of temptation that the Lord is going to save us, man. And no matter what we going through, that the Lord loves us, he's going to deliver us, man. And he's going to set us on top,
Right.
man. All right. Because that's the divine order of the things, man. The divine order of things is Yahweh, then it's Yahweh Shai. All right. Then it's the elect, the 144,000. Then it's the 1/3 and the rest of the nation of Israel, man. That's the divine setup. Ain't nothing going to change that. I don't give a fuck about how many troops Esau got, how many space weapons he got. Bump all that shit. Okay. That shit don't mean nothing, man. That's Legos, okay? The Lord gonna flip this whole bullshit over, man, and he gonna start refreshing the earth, man, putting it back in its proper
Right, bro.
order.
That's right, man. You had any more, bro?
Nah, that's it, bro. That's it, man. It got me all.
Yeah. Hey, that's the Holy Spirit, man. Hey, so hey, Lord willing, you brothers were edified and comforted with the words. Hey, the water for all of you elders and Akim that left comments on the comment board and added to the. Hey, this is a part of the work too. The comment board adding to the Spirit. Hey, the Lord sees that as well, and I hope the Lord looks upon your works and sees favor, man. So hey, Lord willing, we'll be back at you, brothers, in due time. We're going to close this thing out, giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai, by Hashem HaKakodash. All right, double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Hey, shalom to the elect. Hey, shalom to you brothers and your families. Hey, endure, keep pushing. Shalom.